Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrew Azara, and what you're going to see in this video is me breaking down my track Nice and Close, which came out on UVAR Records, which came out in the summer on the label from SEPP Nu Zau. Really love making this one, really enjoyed the whole process, came together very easily. So yeah, just got some good DJ plays. I got sent a video last week of Traumer, amazing video. I'll put it here. Let's dive right in. I want to pay particular focus to the kind of initial kind of groove idea. This is sort of what I like to call like an anchor loop. And I've said this before in previous videos that your track needs to have like an anchor loop which holds things together. Kind of this repetitive, if it's a groove, if it's just a riff, it's something, a little bass line, something that just kind of doesn't really deviate too much. And it kind of, it holds everything together and acts as the anchor for the track. So this is that kind of anchor. So let's play it. I'm going to turn up the limiter because it's a pre-master. So yeah, this is the I will change it to Complex Pro, but it's already released, so forget that. Okay, so this is the anchor. This was what I initially had, and I got these three things working from the get-go. These were sounding good. I didn't change these again for the whole track. So again, think of it like an anchor is like, if it goes into C, it's there, it's stuck there. No need to pull it out. So this was my anchor, and I had this, and then I started to shape and build everything around this. So let's go deep into this now. It looks kind of messy, but it's definitely simplistic in its nature. So with that anchor loop in mind, that kind of like just that groove that kind of grabs you from the start, things started to kind of shape from that. So then everything was sort of some very standard Andrew Azara drums, crispy vintage style, sampled from some sort of CD or some vinyl track, which I sampled. Just straight up. I didn't like the full thing, so I just sort of took it out. My own personal kick drum, so I built my own kick drums. And if you do want kick drums like this, I've actually attached a sample pack in the description, which you can get all these kicks, percussion style loops, and hit the link in the description and grab it there. Again, moving through, no real direction here, but things started to just layer on top. And when I'm layering drums, I really just keep them very simple and make sure that the frequencies are all very so 909 with a crispy drum loop, and then with this sort of main drum loop here. When they come together like a cake. So there's one clap, one hat, and an extra clap. Okay, and again the bass, I use the guitar bass, Ableton operator, guys. So it's just a built-in preset, which is just operator, standard operator. Some saturation, a little boost here. I felt like I need a bit more sub. I love this plugin here. This really gives that kind of warmth. So without this or bass, and just adds that warmth, which is just needed when needed, and I felt like I needed it in this case. There's a chopped up breaks. Here's a sample. It is a sample from Booty Freaks, and it's the original one.
Cause tonight, baby, I wanna get free. Come on, let me do all the things. I wanna get freaky.
So obviously I didn't like the original sample too much. It wasn't really, nothing in there which I was interested in using. The only thing I was interested in using was a little tiny piece which said this.
Nice and close. Bring it here, nice. So bring it here, nice and close. Nice and close. Nice and close.
Again, just textured layers. I don't know how to explain this in terms of its purpose. It's just a new layer on top of that core groove. It just needs something new, and which I feel like works really well. So use voice and vocal as like as an instrument too. This is interesting. This is the vocoder that you hear.
Boom, shake the room. Boom, shake the room. Boom, shake the room.
So you might know that, you might not, but I didn't want to use that. It was too obvious. It was just this kind of screaming sample, and it just didn't sit. But here I've added a vocoder called Spectral Resonator, which gives it this. That's the original. So it's just again a tone that just fitted in. I don't know, there was no real super huge reason apart from it just sounded good. Sounds like Bring It Back when it actually doesn't even say Bring It Back. So I love all that kind of trickery where it's like a sound sounds like it's saying something, but it's actually not. Like you might think it's saying Bring It Back or Shake the Room or something or whatever, and it's kind of not saying that, but it's in the context of everything in, it does sound like something different. I love that about music, is that you can kind of trick the mind a little bit. And then this was a great little touch. So this is kind of came in later. So I think when you're kind of expecting things to kind of keep going, this little thing creeps up. And it's from the Trio Tree. Don't ask me where I got the rhythm, but I think it's just from the presets. and it really plays well with the bass. The arrangement, let's have a chat about this. You always want to keep people interested. You're telling a story with your track, and I've said this in videos before, is that I like to think every 30 seconds something has to happen. Something has to occur. Whether it's a brand new fresh sound, whether it's a little mini breakdown, whether that's into a new section, whether that's into a little dip or a bridge, into a main breakdown, into an outro, etc. It's like every 30 seconds or 15 seconds, something has to happen. And this might be extreme, it might be subtle, but just have that in the back of your mind. So you can see here, my arrangement really is like based around, I can see how things start to grow and develop. Like this thing here comes in. It's a resample from this, but it's still new. This is new here. Just some kind of weird stuff on top. Even by taking something out, that's doing something new. So it doesn't have, you don't necessarily add a new sound, but something has to. So it's just constantly evolving, and hopefully that answers or kind of solves your arrangement process. It's like if you're stuck on arrangement, it's like you're just keeping people interested for your 5, 6, 7 minutes. And how you do that is by just having things change and happening every 15, 30 seconds. Not necessarily adding a new sound, but a change. You know, again, it can be extreme or it can be subtle. It can be simple as bringing back a vocal. It can be extreme as like taking the kick drum away or having like this sort of bridge. So that's my main thing here. And then once you have that and do that, take that into account, then things just organically build. So thanks so much for the support and watching the videos. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. A little like and subscribe on the channel would help me grow it and make more videos like this. And if you did find this valuable, just give me a comment. I'll read them all. Let me know what you want to see next. Any questions on this track, this project, let me know in the comments. And in the meantime, see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.